morning. It's 6:45 a.m. in Tallinn, and this is me starting my day for pre-qualifying at the Dream to Drive Porsche Championship. It's gonna be a high-effort one. We're going to Vilnius to drive in Topolcentras. So we're taking a flight. It's at 8:05, flying over to Vilnius and coming back to Estonia next morning at 6:15. So we have a day to spend in Vilnius after the qualifying is done, but first we have to get to Vilnius. So here we go. Here's our city bee that will take us to the airport. Not going with my own car because parking's expensive. So if you want to open, thank you. And we are in business. We have arrived in Vilnius. We have got a car from City B again, and right now we're going to eat in Ozas, whatever that is. Apparently a shopping center. I don't know. Since we don't have Subway in Estonia, we want Subway, so we're gonna get that, and we have lots of time today, so we're just gonna kill some time, and we should arrive roughly when the center opens, so we should be able to get some food, and then after that, I don't know, we'll figure out the rest of the day. Maybe in a couple hours or so we'll go to Topolcentras to do the pre-quali, and then we'll see how we spend the rest of our time in Vilnius, since we have a bit less than 24 hours of time now. So I think you'll join us when we have our sandwiches. I've arrived at Ozas, and I've had my Subway. It was very nice. Now I don't know. Plan is to buy some stuff at Maxima, some drinks or stuff. So we're loaded up while we're in Vilnius, and then look around the shopping center here a bit, and then at some point we'll move over to Topolcentras and we'll go to the pre-qualifying. That means we'll pick up another city B, and we'll be on our way again. Welcome to Topolcentras. We'll be driving. Let's see if we can find the SEM rig. Opa. So I did one and only session of pre-qualifying. I didn't fully show my pace, but that's okay. I wasn't planning to, and I was happy with the time I set, and while I was tired, it was enough to get qualified. I will speak in the video a bit as well about how it went, but I had prepared a little bit, tested a bit, maybe 20 laps, and saw that my time was competitive enough. So I decided that it's fine. I'm not going to put more effort into pre-qualifying, and I will just go and do it without too much preparation, and then we will do more prep for the next rounds of competition coming up. And for the next rounds, I actually decided not to fly anymore, but instead take the car, because it takes a lot less time in total. Alright, so the time was set. I wasn't fully comfortable with the rig. Of course, a bit different than my one at home. To be fair, it was better than my one at home, but I just wasn't very accustomed to it. So the time was 2:22.4. The average of 2 consecutive laps, which is 7/10 off the fastest, which is pretty okay. That put me 7th at the time. By now it's already 8th, but it's okay. Top 32 goes through, so no stress with that. And yeah, to be fair, I didn't completely want to show my pace, but we'll see what happens in the quarterfinals already on the 17th. So yeah, that's done for now, and see you with the quarterfinals next time. Thank you. Right, so quarterfinals. Back to Vilnius, this time with a car, so I can leave earlier. I don't have to spend an extra 20 hours in Vilnius doing absolutely nothing, including a night. So about the quarterfinals, there was a practice session before, which went well. I've set the fastest lap in my group, and then came qualifying, and my pace was nowhere to be found. I came 3rd. I got up to 2nd straight away, and then started challenging for 1st. Then dropped back a bit. I had to defend from P3, and then we had a little bit of an incident, and I went out, which you will see now.
From cold back up to hot, 2 to go. So 2 more opportunities at Lake Holm they've got, because that's the best overtaking spot around this circuit it's shown so far. Dubinskas does defend though, and Jofert, will he go to the outside? He does go to the outside, and will he outbrake him around the outside?
Whoa.
He does outbrake him around the outside, gets the move done. Like I said, it's better to not defend.
I mean, Jofert was so brave on the brakes. He managed to close the door on the apex for Dubinskas. Great driving by the Estonian, and this is a contact, and Jofert goes off the racetrack.
Oh no, so Jofert off the racetrack after contact. He still gets out in front in P3.
So I got spun out. Dubinskas Predis did end up getting a penalty for that, which raised me to P2, but still meant that I was starting the 2nd race in P2 as well, as if I'd finished in 3rd, which I of course did on the road. No.
So 2nd place start and stays in 2nd, something you don't see very often here, and he's got a chance at going for the lead here against Staskevicius.
That's gonna be Dubinskas, I believe, who will have the run into Lake Holm's chicane. He was not stuck in a rouge corner, and no, it's actually Jofert having a very great run here.
Has a good run, but he's now going to be on the inside. What's going to happen here? I think he's going to go ahead and do what he does, and up into the lead. Silver Jofert, and now it's his chance to run away as down the straight. And Setikas has gone through, so now up the Kemmel straight they go. This is for the lead, as Jofert is on the inside. Dubinskas Priedis on the outside. And will he get through? They're still side by side. I don't think Jofert's going to give this one up that easily. And oh, a little bit of contact and a push to the outside. And, well, we'll see what the stewards think in that one, but I think that is a racing incident.
Further ahead of Jofert before the breaking point, if maybe he'll be able to finish up the move till they reach the break zone. Nope. Jofert is...
because he had to move out so early because he was so close. They're still going to be side by side through the left, and a little bit slow from Dubinskas. And again, Jofert holds on. He's going to have to defend here now into the right-hander. And it looks like he's held on once again. He's super duper close. He's gonna have to lift if he wants to have that perfect run into Lake Holm. He's staying behind, he's lifting off a little bit, but I think he's still just that tiny bit too close. He's gonna have to lift off on the exit or something, but he goes side by side, and look at how early he had to go out. So he's gonna be side by side all the way up the straight, and the problem for him is he doesn't have that overspeed in the slipstream. Look at the gap not going down. Look at the gap not going down, and Jofert's going to still be on the inside, and I think Jofert's going to hang on.
Jofert late on the brakes, Dubinskas also late on the brakes, and that's good news for Jofert. He just managed to shut the door.
Yep, a little bit of contact, but it's enough. Jofert.
Alright, so that was the quarterfinals. So in race 1 I got spun around, ended up third on the road. After a penalty for Dubinskas Priedis, I ended up second. Race 2, up to first straight away, and then a crazy fight with Dubinskas Priedis for the entire race. Held on and took the win in race 2, and with that win in my group. And there were later some penalties, but now the semi-finals, now on ACC and Laguna Seca with the Porsche Cup car, of course. And there was a chance of rain as well, but this was more of an uneventful event. I was fast in practice on a flooded track against Tadas. I was the same pace or slightly faster, and that proved to be the case in race 2 as well, where we got rain. I had a similar pace to Dallas, and at moments I was faster, but in the dry, Dallas was much faster than me. Nothing to do there.
Makes a bigger mistake. You can see the car sliding around. It looks like the conditions are still not the best ones for the grip. Cars are sliding. No ABS, no traction control. You have to be very precise with your inputs and definitely hit those brake marks while trying to be as fast as you can. H&S currently just trying to keep that pressure up on the shoulders of Jofert. Jofert enjoys that, I'm pretty sure about it. He's not bothered about what's happening behind him. He's already almost 5 seconds behind Ugnavicius, so not making any attempts on overtake. He's just comfortable with P2, and I think,
as they said, I was comfortable with P2 in that race. I wasn't really worried about Tadas. I wanted to just keep H&S behind me, but later in the race I made a mistake, dropped to P3. Just an unforced error by myself.
Extra lap. If I was the leader, I'd be like, hey, I don't want to run anymore. I'd rather take the checker flag now. This, another spin. Oh, that was close actually with these two. But here we go. So H&S somehow got in front. I think maybe after the race, maybe we could have a look at a replay of that. But H&S still in front of Jofert for now. And Jofert, well, he lost out somewhere.
So yeah, I ended up third race 1. Then race 2, I get into the lead straight away. And again, I make a mistake in the corkscrew. Tadas gets past me. Rainy race this time.
Into the grand final for Dream to Drive 2026. We're green here at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Down into turn 2 they go, the biggest braking zone on the track. And Jofert tries it around the outside. Can he get it done? I think he might. He's into the lead of the race. Jofert from second into the lead. First time we've seen somebody go from second into the lead in these races. And then you have just up into P3. So H&S down into P4. And Vershitskas, can he find a way through as well?
of the Dream to Drive 2026 championship.
So the semi-finals ended up with me being P2 and going through to the finals, which are happening in Pärnu and in Vilnius, both real life and sim. So I will give my best and see what I can do there. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.